Welcome to the 6th chapter of the Yugoslav Spomenik hunt in Bosnia. That would be A, B, C, D, E, F. F, my God, will it ever end? It will end. Soon. We are leaving Brčko right now, the free city of Brčko. We're gonna drive through the autonomous entity of Republika Srpska and arrive in Tuzla, which is in the autonomous entity of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Tuzla is the third largest city in Bosnia, and there are some parts of Tuzla where the life expectancy is a whopping 51 years, thanks to the largest power plant in Bosnia. More importantly, Tuzla is known for its salt lakes. It's the only city in Europe with a salt lake in its central park. And of course, any Spomeniks we see on the way today and throughout our stay in Tuzla, you will see them too. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. A quick stop on the way to Tuzla. We're in Republika Srpska, a village called Vukosavci, to see the 10-hectare Vukosavci Memorial Park. This park is the exact place that was the headquarters of the Majevice Partisan Division in World War II, which on February 20th, 1942, was surrounded and attacked by the Chetniks. This is the Monument to the Revolution, 1986, by Slovenian sculptor Drago Tršar. You remember some of his works in Ljubljana and throughout Slovenia. There's one in Belgrade I've seen as well. So this monument is located on a 5-pointed star pedestal on which there are plaques with the names of fallen World War II fighters of the Vojvodina brigades. Shout out to Vršac. And of course the Majevice Partisan Detachment. Their headquarters were here. And the names of fascist terror and the names of Yugoslavian national heroes who died after the war. 17,000 names engraved here. It's a fountain right downhill from the Spomenik. All right, onward to Tuzla. A hotel was built in this park in the 70s by Zlatko Ugljen. You remember the Visoko Mosque? The grounds of the abandoned motel are so overrun I can't get close to the building at all. But there it is, Zlatko Ugljen. So now we're leaving the Republika Srpska entity and we're heading into the Federation, and we're gonna stay in Tuzla for 4 nights. We just entered Tuzla Canton. Canton, I don't think I ever mentioned that before. There are 10 cantons, kind of like states, think of them as states. There are 10 cantons in the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think we will have been to all of them by the time this road trip is over. So we've just entered the city of Tuzla. Third largest in Bosnia, about 120,000 people. Now our first stop in Tuzla, before checking in to our Airbnb, is the Alley of Freedom Memorial Park, 1959, and added to in 1969. Different brigades are honored here. Look, a Muslim brigade, the Majevice brigade, we just went to their headquarters. This park also has monuments to the Bosnian War. And here are Bosnian war monuments that resemble the stečci, the medieval tombstones that are scattered throughout Bosnia. Just walking around the city a little bit from our house. Local hamburger place, In and Out. What a cool name. Saints Peter and Paul Franciscan Monastery, Catholic, Orthodox Church, mosque. A farmer's market is inside there, encircled by all those shops. This is the main square of Tuzla, Trg Slobode, Freedom Square. I don't know about you, but I'm loving the mix of Austro-Hungarian architecture with Ottoman architecture and some Yugoslav architecture. So because I'm in Bosnia and because it's almost all they eat, I ordered Ćevapi for dinner, but a different kind of Ćevapi. Ćevapi in Dagara. And this clay pot, that's Dagara. And this white is yogurt. It's a yogurt sauce. Look, right by our table, a miniature of the Husino Miners' Revolt Monument, which we're going to see in a few days. It's a big monument in town, commemorating the, I think it was 1920. I'll tell you more about it later. I feel like I've had a million Ćevapi dishes in Bosnia so far, but every single dish was unique. No repeats. How many ways can you cook Ćevapi? In this city, Serbs during the Bosnian War are referred to as fascists. Past 100 fabricas in the past month, haven't gone in yet. Maybe this time. It must be good, they're everywhere. Third bookstore I've tried with no luck for Bridge on the Drina. We're heading to Visegrad after Tuzla in a few days. Thought it would be nice to read the book while there, since that's where the story takes place. Here's a mosque that was commissioned by the governor of Tuzla back in Ottoman times. Before 1572, I think they said this was built. It's unique for its stone minaret and pyramid-shaped roof. Oh, what's the name of the governor, you asked? It was Turali Bey, and this is called Turali Bey Mosque. Now, it started sinking, and they had to fix it up in 2007, so it does have a modern appearance now. Like the sign says, in 1902, the Jews of Tuzla built a synagogue here, and after the Axis powers absorbed the area that is now Bosnia, it became part of the independent state of Croatia, run by Ustaše, the ones that made the Nazis vomit. They were so cruel. And in 1942, they burned the synagogue down. So this monument was put up in 2022. The old town is sinking thanks to salt mining activity. They say the expiration date will come far sooner than later. You can see the cracks in the buildings, and you feel it when you're walking, the uneven surface. This is Salt Square, and the fountain in the middle of the square is meant to resemble a dish that you would use for salt. Tuzla, by the way, Turkish with salt. Tuzla. I think I just found a car that hasn't been working since its days in Yugoslavia. It's funny, every school crossing or school warning sign I see in Bosnia looks like the children are being blown up. Maybe they stepped on a landmine or something. Good morning from Tuzla. Our landlord recommended a breakfast, a Ćevapi breakfast. Surprise, surprise. Tuzla makes its own kind of Ćevapi. I haven't had it yet. Yesterday was not the Tuzla Ćevapi. Today is the Tuzla Ćevapi. I do it for you. Someone's got to do this. It's the Omega shopping mall. Looks Yugo to me. This is a university for mining. The fucking Ćevapi place we just walked to for 20 minutes is closed. So they make their Ćevapi, and when they're done selling it, they close. It's 12 noon. Obviously, it's too late for Ćevapi breakfast. So we ended up at Sedra instead, getting poljev. It's Bosnian bread stuffed with small pieces of meat. Looks like the Bosnian version of the Mexican torta ahogada, the drowned sandwich. Not a bad meal at all for $3. So, obviously we've been walking around the communist developed part of Tuzla, and now we're gonna get in the car and drive around Tuzla canton and look for some Spomeniks. We're passing right now the largest power plant in Bosnia. The first unit was commissioned in 1963. I read somewhere, some random article, don't know how accurate it is, but that life expectancy around these plants, some neighborhoods around this plant, is 51 years. So, as I said, we're driving around Tuzla canton. We're in Lukovac, and this is a memorial ossuary to fallen NOB fighters, 1962. It was made by a local artist from Tuzla. This is Modrac Lake, artificially created, as you can see from the dam. We're gonna find some place to have coffee around here. Can you see that out there? It's a cable car across the lake for goods transport. So this town is Tinja Donja, and we're in Srebrenik municipality. And this is a memorial ossuary of fallen World War II fighters, 1974. Have I mentioned yet today, July 21st, is National Edward Day. Thank you. Yeah, so it's National Edward Day, and on my birthday, April 13th, it is...
International Bianca Day, or National Bianca Day.
Yeah, on my birthday, it's her, and her, you don't even know what it is. And now to Srebrenik, where there is another Spomenik, and also a really nice fortress. They say the best preserved medieval fortress in all of Bosnia. It is raining, so I don't think we're gonna get up there. But we will see the Spomenik. Oh, this one's cute. Dragiša Trifković. He's the same local artist from Tuzla that did the first Spomenik we saw today in Lukovac. He created this in 1967. It's a monument to fallen NOB fighters. Look, they got a bust of Tito up here. They put it up in 2007. It's another rare post-1990s bust of Tito. It's the second one we've seen in Bosnia. Filling up at this gas station because it's got a great view of Bosnia's largest power plant. So the largest power plant in Bosnia is a coal-fired thermal plant, and it takes its cooling water from the Modrac reservoir where we had our coffee earlier today. Between this power plant and the coke plant and soda factory, the air quality in Tuzla is the second worst in Europe. The air quality index is over 500 sometimes. It's hazardous by all accounts for everyone. And so life expectancy in this area can be as low as 51 years. With this weather on and off and it being National Edward Day, Bianca decided we should go to the LCC, where am we going? LC Waikiki outlet store. It's a Turkish brand. There's a lot of Turkish clothing stores in Bosnia, and we saw even more than usual in Tuzla. So we're heading back toward Tuzla about a half an hour to go shopping at LC Waikiki outlet store.
Yay!
Turkish brand.
It's an awesome day.
Yeah! Happy?
Yeah!
Here's a miner dropping his pick for a rifle. It's the Husino Miners' Revolt Monument, 1956, by the same guy who built the Three Fists in Niš. I love that one. You remember that one. So, the Husino Rebellion was a short-lived armed rebellion in December 1920 against industrial slavery in the newly established kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. 7,000 miners. Now, the uprising was put down with great violence, but its memory was preserved as an example of class struggle against oppression. In honor of National Edward Day, I'm gonna have some dinner. Finally, after an entire day searching for it in Tuzla, Tuzlanski Ćevapi. So this variety of Ćevapi comes from Tuzla. And these small meat logs are made with a combination of ground mutton, beef, and lamb, ratio of 2:1:1. And the meat is mixed by hand, seasoned with salt and pepper, and usually left in a refrigerator for a few hours or even a whole day before preparation. And these Ćevapi are cooked on an oiled grill, and once done, they are seasoned with pepper once more. Now they're served in this round flatbread called lepina, which has previously been dipped in a broth made from beef bones called poliev. You remember poliev from this morning? And then, of course, there's spring onions or raw chopped onions as a traditional accompaniment. For the record, that's the best Ćevapi I've had throughout my entire visit to Bosnia so far. Trying that restaurant again that was closed yesterday morning. They're closed again.
So we're back at Sedra. Not a bad plan B.
So this is Hadžiski Ćevap. It's not Ćevapi that you've come to know and love. It's a veal and vegetable kind of sauce with heavy cream added. The Pannonian Sea retreated from Europe millions of years ago, left behind a lot of salt in this area, and we have that to thank for the salt lakes, right in the middle of town, right in the middle of Tuzla. I'm gonna drive there now to check it out. Don't know if the weather's right for it. It's supposed to rain in 2 hours, and it's kind of cold today. It's 27 Celsius. So there are 3 salt lakes here in the middle of town, but I'm not feeling the weather. So I think I'm gonna proclaim this day a do-nothing day. Maybe a Barbie day? Is it a Barbie day? Maybe, no, Indiana Jones day? No. Maybe an Oppenheimer day.
Yeah, I'm dressed for Oppenheimer, clearly.
Pulled over for a closer look at this bell tower for Saints Peter and Paul Franciscan Monastery. And while we're here admiring the bell tower, let's also admire this mosaic in the courtyard of the monastery. Barbie, what a fantastic movie. Drop whatever you're doing and watch Barbie. Hey, did you know that in Bosnia you can smoke in shopping malls? How to wash Barbie away. So we returned to the Saints Peter and Paul Franciscan Monastery because I read that it was built by Zlatko Ugljen. 1983 to 1985. There was a previous Catholic church in Tuzla built 1893, but as a result of the excessive salt mining throughout the 1950s and 60s, the land shifted and destroyed the church. The communist authorities granted permission for a new one to be built, and you're looking at it now. More rare sacral architecture of socialist Yugoslavia. So we kind of broke into the property. Everything was gated. So we're just seeing what we can see real quick before we get caught by the priests. The church part, those doors are closed. So for the rest of the day, the plan is to do nothing but swim in the Pannonian lakes. There are 3 of them, 3 salt lakes in the middle of Tuzla. We'll call this lake number 3. It's kind of like a giant swimming pool. One of the things I admire about Bianca is she never gives up, and she's always ready to learn more. 1.
0.
1.
Also 1.
2.
1.
2.
2.
I got 3.
I have 2.
How's the loser doing? Such a great day. Today's such a great day. What a glorious day. Hey. I think that tower back there might be a symbol of Tuzla. It's a tower from back in the salt mining days. This is my second Tuzla Ćevapi, and it may not be my last. Rumor has it. Today we leave Tuzla. This was our backyard, by the way. Third time's a charm. Yeah, we're showing up to that restaurant. 2 strikes so far. It's been closed each time. The guy makes a certain amount of the best Ćevapi in the world, and when he's done selling it, he closes. Today's the day. It's only 10 o'clock. Last time we showed up at 12 and 1 and he was closed. So I think Tuzla Ćevapi for breakfast. It was my landlord here in Tuzla that put this idea in my head that I couldn't leave without trying this Ćevapi. Best in the world. He said it a million times if he said it once. It's a minimum 20-minute wait for the best Ćevapi in the world. The onion is diced. There's a change. And it's time to say goodbye to the Great Salt Lakes city of Tuzla. We're not leaving Tuzla Canton just yet. There's a nearby city about a half an hour drive away. Živinica, there's some things I want to see there. Yugo related. It's another communist church, a Catholic church built in socialist Yugoslavia, 1969. Church of St. John the Baptist. This whole area here used to be swampland, so they filled in the land in order to build this one. Now to Živinica's Partizan Memorial Cemetery. Elements in this memorial cemetery were placed from 1957 to 1974. Clearly, this cemetery is one of the places to party. And now we'll head to the center of town, see a little bit of Živinica, have some coffee, before leaving Tuzla Canton and ending this video for you. I planned on walking around for about an hour, but it's too hot. Now I'm thinking, what, 10 minutes? Yeah. 10 minutes. It's a Tito from 2007. Guess they're not as rare as I thought, these post-Yugo Tito busts. It's a Bosnian war monument. A modern shebil, modern Ottoman type, Islamic type fountain. So the city of Živinica in Tuzla Canton has about 60,000 people, 80% of which are Muslim Bosniaks. I've been saying Živinica for the name of this town. A cafe girl just told me it's Živince, Živince, Živince. I also learned that the Central City Mosque in Živince was built from 1995 and that it's not yet finished. That's what she said, it's not yet finished. The minarets are 52 meters high and the dome is copper. At this point, I think it's time to say goodbye to whatever part this is. What are we at? A, B, C, D, E, F or something like that? A, B, C, D, E, F, part 6. Anyway, we're gonna leave Tuzla Canton and begin our farewell drive out of Bosnia, which is gonna take us, I think, 10 or 11 days, but that's another video. Hope you enjoyed this.